Comrade Rosa. Comrade Rosa and Salatine. Comrade Rosa going home the better, and Comrade Rosa beat Salatine.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Final Gallop. It is episode 343 and is proudly supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. This week we're going to preview our runners on Stradbroke Day at Eagle Farm on Saturday. Morning, Tony. It's the climax of the Queensland Racing Carnival and one of your favourite days of the year.
Yeah, it is. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, everyone. Winter's hit, hasn't it? We're all rugged up this week with the Arctic blast that's come through, but it'll be nice and warm on Saturday with all the heat on the track. I think it's going to be an awesome day's racing.
100%. Fresh
off a big meeting last week with all the 10, well, basically all stakes races. One should have been that wasn't. And we've got a really big Stradbroke Day and fine weather, good track, everything's in order.
Okay, and I look back to last Saturday, it was a tremendous win by Transatlantic and oh so close for Zarastro in the Group 1 Kingsford Smith and Hidden Wealth in the Group 2 Morton Cup.
Yeah, it was almost the perfect day, really. We come very, very close. I thought Zarastro's effort, I'll touch on him first, was just phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Obviously he's had a different prep with track conditions and things like that, and to run so well in such a quality race. They're good horses that are around him. They're proper Group 1 horses at weight for age. He's done an amazing job, and Anne's rode him awfully well, and she's not far off. She'll get a Group 1, and when she does, she'll get a lot more than one. I know that. So that was a good effort. Transatlantic was brilliant. First time in the Winkers, a little bit keen early, just jostling into his spot, and then he was dominant late. So at this stage, he's emergency for the Stratty, but who knows? Something might fall over between now and then. We might get him. Hidden Wealth, I thought was good. He give his backers and his owners a good side. He did. I think I can just get a little bit more out of him into the Healy. So look, stick with him. If you backed him last week and got beat, stick with him to the Healy in 3 weeks.
Okay, on to the preview of our runners at Eagle Farm on Stradbroke Day. The rail will be in the 4 metre position. The track is currently a soft 5, and with the sunny days ahead, do you think we'll get back to a 4?
I'm not sure. We can get back to a 4 on the weekend, but I mean, we're an extra week of good weather. We've had a good bit of wind earlier this week as well, so they've put a little bit of irrigation on the track. I still don't think you'll win down low on the fence in the straight, but I don't think it'll be a big disadvantage to be fence in running. So we'll just see how the track plays, but it'll be a normal 4 metre track. I'm not 100% confident we get back to a 4.
Okay, we start in race 2, which is the listed Wayne Wilson over the mile. You won this race the last 2 years with Antino and then Freedom Rally last year. We've got 2 runners at this stage. We'll start with Transatlantic, who'll carry 59 kilos. Ryan Millane rides, barrier 12. At the moment with Ladbrokes, he's paying $2.25 to win and $1.22 for the place. On the week back up after Saturday's impressive win in the Spear Chief, he's won the buffering in the summer on a week back up as well. Yeah,
he's in good order. The mile and the back up won't hurt him. There's a bit of tempo there. He's drawn wide. He'll just roll up into a spot somewhere in the first 4 or 5. It's a good start. The mile, he's a bit of a dog leg then into that back straight. So I think it'll be pretty similar sort of run that he got last week. 7-day backup's ideal for him. He's full of beans. You know, if he doesn't get into the Stradbroke with one more scratching, then he runs in this, and he's exceptionally hard to beat. He's at weight for age. He's actually not treated too badly in this race at ratings, so he gets in okay. He's a quality horse. He's only going forward in his prep.
Okay, the second runner we have is Tenzing. He'll carry 59 kilos. Andrew Million rides, barrier 5, and with Ladbroke he is paying $13 to win and $3.30 for the place. Won the listed Brisbane Mile 2 starts ago, and then a close second in the listed Burnborough Mile last start.
Draws to get a beautiful run.
He does.
Andrew's style suits him. He lobs on the back of the speed. He's somewhere 5th, 6th, just behind them, and he's got that really, really good sprint. He's not treated as well as Transatlantic at the set weights of the weight for age scale, but he certainly is in as good a form as what he could possibly be in. I think this is a nice race for him, and then possibly see him head maybe to a South Grafton Cup, see if we can qualify for a big dance. But he's in good order. He'll take his place. He'll get a lovely run just behind them, and he couldn't be going any better.
Okay, how are you going to split the 2 of them?
Transatlantic, I've got a really good opinion of this horse. I think we'll finish his prep off in one way or another this Saturday and be in peak form and have a break, and we'll see him in Melbourne for the spring.
Okay. Race 4 is the listed Oxlade Stakes over the 1200 metres. We've got 2 runners. We will start with Midnight Spirit, who'll carry 57 kilos with Angela Jones riding, barrier 4. He's paying $41 to win with Ladbrokes and $9.50 for the place. Was 3rd in the Dalrello 2 starts ago and then struggled in the heavy going last start. Impressive trial winner since, and will get much better conditions to suit on Saturday. And you've also put blinkers on.
So much better horse with the blinkers and good ground. Had the good form around that cool Archie form. First up over the 1,000, forget about the heavy track run, just a waste of time. He was gone after they went 50 metres.
Yeah.
He was back just getting hammered with mud, and it just didn't suit him. So trialled him sense with the blinkers. He was really impressive. He'll race a lot closer here. He'll bang out and be right on the back of the speed. There looks to be good speed. Just a far, far better horse on good track and with the shades on. Forget about the barrier. If you forget about the odds, the barrier is important to him. The odds for me are not important. I think he's a real chance.
Okay, the second runner we have is High Barbie, 55 kilos. Kieran McAvoy rides barrier 3. Barbie is paying $26 to win with Ladbrokes and $6.50 for the place. Not much has gone right for this preparation. She's drawn well here, gets better track conditions that'll suit her, and also blinkers first time.
Yeah, just got down on the inside at Eagle Farm the other day, got absolutely splattered with mud. Coming back to this race is ideal. The blinkers on, she was as sharp as anything Tuesday with them. We've been talking about blinkers with her for some time, even after Ange rode her first up. She's just gawky a lot. So off that low draw, I wanted to step better and be positive, be right on the back of the speed as well. Hopefully these horses don't race any further back than 5th, 6th in running, and both travel very good. Their work with the shades on has been great, and she's another one. Forget about the odds for her. She's a big improver with the blinkers on.
And are you going to split them?
Nothing between these two. Their work on Tuesday indicated the same, and they'll run very, very good in this race.
Okay, then we go to race 5, which is the listed Hinkler Handicap over 1,200 metres. King Kapa, who's our friend behind us today, won this race for us 2 years ago, and he'll also be one of our 2 runners this year. He'll carry 59 kilos. CJ Graham will ride him, and he'll jump from barrier 7. He's paying $10 to win with Ladbrokes and $3.20 for the place. Won the Ascot Handicap earlier this preparation and was a gallant second in the listed Chief De Beers last up.
Going super, over the odds in the market for mine. Gets a lot better run here than what he did the other day. He was always drawn to have to probably cover ground the other day. He'll just step nicely here off this draw. He lobs anywhere in the first 4, depending on what happens around him. There's a bit of speed in this race, and they'll be jockeying up early to get their spots. I think he finds either a good spot outside lead or he finds a 1-1, then presents at the right part of the track. Nice, hard, fit horse, back to 1,200 suits. CJ Graham's riding brilliantly, and she's got a really good knack on this horse. Certainly happy to have her on at the 59. I think he's well placed. I love him in the race at 56, but his rating is where it's at. But I see no reason why he can't win the race. I really don't.
And the other runner we have is Millane, 53.5 kilos. Craig Williams will ride barrier 10. He's paying $11 at the moment with Ladbrokes and $3.40 for the place. Loves his racing, this boy, and has had some unlucky runs as preparation, but he can pull a big one out. Going off his recent barrier trial, he's ready, and he also gets winkers on first time. Yeah,
I just freshened him back up a little bit. The only negative with him is he's never won on a good track, so I thought we might need to try and do something to bring that out in him. He done a little bit of work in the winkers. He seems great. His breathing seems good in them, and he just seems to be really focused. So hopefully they do the trick. He'll race in the second half of the field, so that early tempo is going to really suit him, and then Craig will get him into the race nicely. So I think he's the right jockey for him. We'll give him plenty of room. He'll hit the line hard. My only negative is he's never won on a good track, and I'd be pretty confident we may get to a good 4. If it stays soft, well, a soft 5 is no drama, but he'll run good if they're still cutting the ground.
So King
Kapa goes on top for me. I'm just so happy with the way this horse is going. He's got the right form. He's consistent. You can just put your house on that he's going to run you a good race, and I think he maps to get a beautiful run this time. Okay.
Race 7 is the Group 2 Dane Ripper Stakes over the 1,300 metres. You also won this race 2 years ago with a runner trying to win it for a second time. And that is Comrade Rosa. She'll carry 56 kilos with Craig Williams, barrier 11. She's paying $26 to win with Ladbrokes and $6.50 for the place. Had no chance in the Helen Coghlan last week from well back. She's going better than that, and you'd expect to see a big improvement from her. Yeah, I quite liked her into the Helen Coghlan, but the barrier made life really tricky. It's made tricky again here. I'll have a chat to Mr. and Mrs. Huddy what their thoughts are, but just got totally run up the bum of them in the straight. Was going for a run, 2 horses just come in on top, and she had to be basically eased up, and then she had a very soft run. So it was always the intention to back her up if that happened, which it did. So if we feel like running from the gate, we will, but she's going a lot better than that performance shows. Her run at Rockhampton showed us that. I'm really happy with her. She loves good ground, which she'll get on the weekend, and she'll run well. She never can draw a gate, this horse. No, she cannot. She cannot. The second runner we have is Floozie, 56 kilos. Angela Jones rides barrier 4. She's paying $6 to win and $2.30 for the place with Ladbrokes. Has won a past 3, but you did scratch her from last week's Helen Coghlan. Much better draw this week, and will have the freshness in her legs.
Yeah, we left her out because of the wide gate last week, which has been a godsend with the good barrier this week. lobs into a beautiful spot here. She lands, second pair, third, fourth on the back of her speed. She'll sprint quickly. She doesn't get in well at her rating in a race like this, but she's a better horse than her rating.
Yeah.
So she's in good form. She maps to get the absolute perfect run. Ange is riding in good form. She'll present her and she'll sprint really quickly. Real chance in the race, and from the gate she certainly goes on top.
Okay. Then we go to race 8, which is the Group 1 Stradbroke Handicap over the 1400 metres. We do have Transatlantic in it, although he is second emergency. He'll carry 51 kilos. And Angela Jones will ride from barrier 22 if he gets a run, and at the moment he's paying $17 to win and $4.80 for the place. With Ladbroke, she did speak about him earlier, but if he does make this field, the barrier is a bit scary, but wide barriers do have a fairly good record in this race.
Yeah, they don't seem to matter too much in Stradbrokes. And if you look at this race, it sets up as a typical Stradbroke. There's pressure all across the park in it. He's got tactical speed, which I think is always useful. He's not a lead at all cost horse, but he has got that tactical speed. So I think he gets somewhere, forward of midfield, 3 deep with cover. If he lobs into that spot, there's no reason he doesn't run really, really well here. 3 deep with cover at Eagle Farm at a 4 metre rail is not a massive disadvantage. When you get out a bit further, it becomes a disadvantage.
Yeah.
At this rail point, particularly the way the track's cutting up on the circle, it's never too much of a disadvantage. He's a real chance if he gets it in. Drops to 51.
Yeah.
Ange Jones will take the ride if he makes the field. And she knows the horse quite well. So look, I think he's a real chance in a Stradbroke. He gets in at the right weight. He's going well. I think the favourite's very hard to beat, War Machine, but I get a couple of kilos off it. And look, I think he's a real chance. His Eagle Farm record is outstanding. So let's hope we get a scratching. I don't wish any ill luck of anyone, however, because you get this far, a couple of days out, you want to be in the race. So I don't wish that. But if there is something is to go wrong, then he takes his place. He's going to be a real chance.
Okay. Going to the final furlong of this week's Final Gallop. Who is your best 20 chance on Stradbroke Day at Eagle Farm on Saturday?
Well, it depends on what race Transatlantic's in, obviously, but I think he's my best winning chance either, to be perfectly honest. So I'll take the 220 and hammer that into odds on in the first if he runs in the Wayne Wilson.
Okay, and your best each way chance?
Definitely King Kapa at $10. He's just going to put himself in the right spot, I feel, and in doing that, he's going to be very hard to beat. And
your best at the Provincials, we have the Gold Coast and Toowoomba on Saturday and the Sunshine Coast on Sunday.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, the Provincials this week. I like Sandy Grip, I think, at the Gold Coast if she gets to run that 1,000-metre maiden. I haven't seen the field yet, but her jump out was bloody impressive down there the other day. And she always showed us a good bit of speed, this filly, so she might have turned the corner. So maybe go with her down the Gold Coast with a lower numbers and probably quality provincial team this week.
Okay, your best track worker this week?
This week, track worker, probably Floozie and Tenzing. Their work out on the course proper, they work together. They were terrific. He's going good, Tenzing. He's really, if Transatlantic wasn't in the race, I'd certainly be happy with him. That pairing up on Tuesday morning was just a nice, comfortable gallop for Saturday, and they were terrific.
Now it is time for Cavs Corner, which is supported by the Brisbane Airport Hotels Group. He came so close with his multi last week with Hidden Wealth placing, but Natuno just missing out. Let's see if he has recovered from that near-death experience for him.
Welcome to Cavs Corner for this week. No joy last week. This week we'll travel to Eagle Farm. We'll go high Barbie a place into Floozie a place. Good punning, guys.
So he's gone high Barbie a place and Floozie a place. Back to his place theory.
Well, if high Barbie runs 4th or 5th, you can just load up on Floozie the place
100%.
bet. That's for sure and certain. You'll get one leg.
Yeah.
Old Toffee Apple, he'll get one leg.
Not peg leg, toffee
peg
apple.
Leg, toffee apple,
whatever you want to call him. Anyway, good luck on Saturday, Tony. Firstly, the rough charts Transatlantic can make the field, but definitely we have 8 good chances across the card.
Yeah, it's my favourite day actually in Queensland, Straddy Day. It's an unreal day. Everyone gets to Eagle Farm. Stradbroke's an awesome race again this year. Everyone's talking about the quality of it, but let's judge it in 6 months' time. Big field of horses thundering down this back straight of Eagle Farm. What more do you want to see under handicap conditions? So
that's great.
Get out there, enjoy it, or watch it on TV, and everyone have a great weekend.
Absolutely. Best of luck to everyone.